coming from Bolga. Yeah, it's hip hop, and it's coming from Bolga. Bounce with hip hop. Coming from Bolga. Yeah, it's hip hop, and it's coming from Bolga. Yeah, hip hop, and it's coming from Bolga. Yeah, bounce to hip hop. Yeah, now Ghana people for just make I carry you back to my people, then go show you the call. Yeah, that two-string guitar, instrument, solco. Then you figure we lost, make a bust up on pop. So the bien my call to la zala. Blessings and the grace of Allah. You know they can abort zala. North, south, east and west. So I will go the enemy zala. But I'm not perturbed though. When I switch to turbo, enemies prepared though. From white to purple, all other rappers better be careful. Any rapper with the figure say rappers from the north no get shit like I'm in the tri-sea. You go vulgar rappers but you to take a yema yema banana brutal but I cheat. Better than you is see that's in me. Man I'm a me yes in me. You see the crown I'm taking it too soon. Cause I have the skin now and I want the suit. The kind of sound you never heard. Two strings that's so absurd. Quality music got you served. Bounce to hip hop. Yeah, coming from Bolga. Yeah, it's hip hop. And it's coming from Bolga. Bounce with hip hop. Coming from Bolga. Yeah, it's hip hop. And it's coming from Bolga. Yeah, hip hop. And it's coming from Bolga. Yeah, bounce to hip hop.
101.1.
Okay.
81 bit.
My bepetin, some so we are my twelve who say my pet, my one, some more Fiama so ready comedy, Cosem, Medin, Kodua, Medianca Sip. Now what Yansha shat, my team, my top man crap, my Miakoginum, Namin Chin Cam and I say, Namat Mam and also, Mediani Jakos Yakongo, Yatinga, I was said so. Robert Matnatia, Kwan, Fiacham, confirming and cheer, Robesim Membrante, Henny Atam, Fiacham, Slam Winsase, Robert Drama, Manu Abiashe. Na menu masemu nyina break on na menu masemu fu free-turn na fo nyina sorry so mon resa be call na sempe di machi yo na fo tie ti ma ton ti machi da na slow talk.
The kind of sound you never heard. Two strings that's so absurd. Quality music got you served. Bounce to hip hop. Yeah, coming from Bolga. Yeah, it's hip hop, and it's coming from Bolga. Bounce with hip hop. Coming from Bolga. Yeah, it's hip hop, and it's coming from Bolga. Yeah, hip hop, and it's coming from Bolga. Yeah, bounce to hip hop. Yeah, now, so the be number one. I'm a god, MC, Hugo, Zniawo, Madoe, test me. Down my boys, Stebalena, my boys are crazy, that's Arabadena, my Mengala, Sana. I'm looking for Lala Palama, lean with and rock with. Well, if I'm a talking, anytime I do like a short, and we are in the lawyer, fill up my part. Now, do a mother Duma, do mother Zuma. Who are the mother Guma? So the punch slim, I will have Guma. I soba, Atongo, Amoro, Stivo, Asambo, Malco legends. And I am the son, the kind of sound you never heard. Two strings that's so absurd. Quality music got you served. Bounce to hip hop. Yeah, coming from Bolga. Yeah, it's hip hop.
You know, when there's a fusion between traditional musical instrument and contemporary music instrument, what is left behind is always flawless beauty to the ear to listen to, and that is what Serbia today has done on the song which is titled Two String. Yes, it's a very unique song, and this morning this is how we open up the conversation segment. This is A1 Radio 101.1 megahertz. I'm Gerard Asagi, and I'll be with you from now until 10 a.m. I hope you stick and stay around. You keep your dials locked on 101.1 megahertz. Let me also remind you that if you're out of an area where maybe you can't get the frequency, don't worry. Just go to Radio Garden, the TuneIn Radio, the Ghana web app, Modern Ghana app, or you can choose to log on to our website at www.a1radioonline.com/listen, and you will not be left out of this conversation this morning.
But I'm not perturbed though. When I switch to turbo, enemies prepared though. From white to purple, all other rappers better be careful. Any rapper with the figure say rappers from the north no get shit like I'm in the tri-sea. You go vulgar rappers but you to take a yema yema banana brutal but I cheat. Better than you is see that's in me. Man I'm a me yes in me. You see the crown, I'm taking it too soon. Cause I have the skin now, and I want this tool to the kind of sound you never heard. Two strings that's so absurd. Quality music got you served. Bounce to hip hop. Yeah, coming from Bolga. Yeah, it's hip hop. And it's coming from Bolga. Bounce with it. Bounce with hip hop. Coming from Bolga. Yeah, it's hip hop. And it's coming from Bolga. Yeah, hip hop. And it's coming from Bolga. Yeah, bounce to hip hop.
Hey, ultimate Simona me say, my be pretend some mo so me am a twelve say my friend my one some more fiama so ready comedy ko say me din ko do am dia kasem now we can share my team my top men crap my mia ko dinam na me.
Well, we know this is a football season, and you know in football you don't reach the World Cup without discipline, and when it comes to your smile, the rules are the same. World-class defense isn't built in a day, it's built by brushing morning and night, because every meal is a snack attack, especially with World Cup games at dawn and midnight. And without the right defense, James will score. That's why Pepsodent brings you the limited edition World Cup toothpaste. Choose your defense variant. Fresh breath for all day confidence, antibacterial to fight germs, or the plaque removal for a cleaner, stronger smile. Get the Pepsodent World Cup limited edition today, available at supermarkets and shops nationwide this World Cup season. Pepsodent says when it comes to your oral health, fa no World Cup.
I'm looking for Lala for Lama, lean with and rock with. Well, if in a mommy, I talk it. Anytime I do like a short, we are in the lawyer, fill up my pocket. Now, do it, mother, Duma. Ah, do mother, Zuma. Do mother, Guma. So the punch slim, I will have Zuma. I soba, Atongo, Amoro, Sivo, Asambo. Call legends. And I am the son, the kind of sound you never heard. Two strings that's so absurd. Quality music got you served. Bounce to hip hop. Yeah, coming from Bolga. Yeah, it's hip hop. And it's coming from Bolga. Bounce with it. Bounce with hip hop. Coming from Bolga. Yeah, it's hip hop. And it's coming from Bolga. Yeah, hip hop. And it's coming from Bolga. Yeah, bounce to hip hop. Yeah,
Well, are you looking for some delicious and affordable if you're looking for delicious, affordable meals that hit the spot every time, then think Pizza Man Chicken Man. With as low as 49 Ghana cedis, enjoy a tasty Guy Man pack with chicken and the assorted pack for just 59 Ghana cedis. Or you upgrade to the Plain Man pack for only 79 Ghana cedis and the assorted pack for 89 Ghana cedis. And for the real food lovers, go for our mini and maxi buckets, from hot pizzas to jollof fried rice and juicy chicken. Pizza Man Chicken Man serves good food at very affordable prices. You can visit any of the branches nationwide, or you call 030-275-3430, or you order on the Chris B app today. No food, no payment. Pizza Man, good food lives here.
Any rapper with the figure say rappers from the north no get stuck. I'm in the price. You go vulgar rappers but you to take a yema yema bana butu bataichi. Better than you is see that's in me. Man, I'm a me yes in me. You see the crown, I'm taking it too soon. Cause I have the skin now, and I want this tool to the kind of sound you never heard. Two strings that's so absurd. Quality music got.
Would you buy a blade that doesn't cut? How about a freezer that doesn't cool enough to freeze? What about medicine that couldn't cure you or take your pain away? So why would you buy a mattress that doesn't provide you with good quality sleep and rest? As humans, we spend about a third of our lives in bed. Since you are going to spend that much time, wouldn't you rather be lying on a mattress that is clean and just right for your body? Be smart, treat yourself well. Don't spend 1/3 of your life sleeping on a mattress, on a wrong mattress, or else you did do yourself. Latest foam mattresses are durable, quality, and strong, and not made of rubber as other mattresses. Get to any latest foam showroom in the region for your mattresses, pillows, foams for your chairs and others. Latest Foam, your partner for life.
The kind of sound you never heard. 2 strings, that's so absurd.
Well, this morning my guests are seated with me in studio, and we're going to have a conversation around the area of sanitation. Yes, today is World Environment Day, and today we are having a conversation around our sanitation, the environment, why we need to keep our environment safe, and what we can do to ensure that our environments are clean. We are planting trees, we are protecting our water bodies, we are contributing to a healthier and more sustainable Ghana. This morning, seated with me, I have Isaka Abubakar. He is a strategic partnership and stakeholder relationship manager for the Northern Zone for Zoom Lion Ghana Limited. You're welcome, sir. I also have Kojo Injabori. He is the regional manager for the for Zoom Lion Upper East Region. Manager. You're welcome.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Don't mind me. How is it been?
Yes, by the grace of God, we are doing well.
Awesome.
Yes.
Great. It's for the work you do. I think no one can close an eye on the work. The work Zoom Lion is doing in keeping a clean environment. But let's begin the conversation by asking ourselves, or laying the foundation on understanding what today is, and then why it is important.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. Gerard, good morning to you, and then good morning to cherished listeners outside there. Yes, indeed, as you said, today is World Environment Day. And this is a day set aside on the 5th of June every year. It's celebrated annually and serves as the United Nations principal platform to encouraging global awareness and action for environmental protection. The day brings together government, businesses, development partners, civil society organizations, communities, and individuals to reflect on environmental challenges and commit to sustainable solutions. For us in Ghana, the Upper East region, World Environment Day presents an opportunity to deepen public understanding of environment stewardship and then mobilize collective action against pressing challenges such as poor waste management and plastic pollution, indiscriminate disposal of waste, illegal mining, forestation, and climate change, and then degradation of a natural ecosystem. We all know that the environment we live in is what we are, so we need to protect this environment. And so our actions or inactions affects the environment in one way or the other, and by extension our lives, right? And then country or world at large.
Mr. Isaka, while Kojo was intimating, he mentioned environmental. Okay, so Mr. Kojo, while Isaka was intimating, he mentioned something about environmental degradation. Why should Ghanaians be concerned about environmental degradation?
Thank you very much, and good morning to your cherished listeners as well. Yes, so Ghanaians should be much concerned about that degradation because it threatens human health. Environmental degradation, it threatens human health, livelihood, and food security. It also provide poor environmental practices that contribute to flooding, pollution, disease outbreak, and biodiversity loss. There's a saying that when the last tree dies, last man dies. And goes to tell us that if we don't protect our environment, the last tree dies. Maybe yes, the charcoal seller or the charcoal producer might think he has identified a business, but then the trees produces oxygen, and that is what we breathe in. So the more we cut down trees, the more we degrade our environment, more we will be lacking oxygen and contribute to climate change. We breathe out carbon dioxide that the trees are supposed to absorb in the ecosystem, which we are cutting down. So degradation is actually something all Ghanaians have to be concerned. And then to talk about indiscriminate disposal of wastes, we all witness what is happening in Accra and elsewhere in the country. It's flooding all over the place, and people have lost properties and lives and all that. So environmental degradation is really should be a concern to all Ghanaians. Pollution of our water bodies affects our drinking waters and even aquaculture. The fishes in the sea will also die and they nothing to feed on. So environmental degradation, when we destroy our environment, we ultimately undermine our own survival and then the future prosperity. Thank you.
Interesting. If we talk about what is happening in Accra now, I sometimes ride through the streets of Bolga, and I sometimes fear that what is happening in Accra may one day catch up with us, because we are also indiscriminately polluting our environment with plastics which choke the gutters. But Isaka,
Yes.
this subject of environmental degradation has a relation with climate change, which is why sometimes we experience some of these things that we do experience. So what is the connection between environmental degradation and the climate change?
Yes, thank you so much. Just to add a little to what he has said, in some, I think I would say that protecting the environment is not an option, but it's a necessity for all of us, observing from what is happening around us these days. Environmental degradation. In times past, I'm not that old to tell what happened maybe 50 years ago, 50, 70 years ago. But old folks at home will tell you that rainfall patterns those days quite different from what we are observing.
That's
we are
true.
seeing now.
That's true.
We are in June, and I'm not sure in Upper East region farmers have planted yet. But in times past, I'm sure by now people's crops would have been
Nara.
Nara would have been at the knee level.
Yeah.
Why so? Why is it that today trends are changing? It is because we no longer receive rainfall like we used to, and it is all because of environmental degradation and its effects on the climate change. Because we cut down trees, we manage our waste in a way that affects the environment in such a way that the burning of waste and then other issues having to kind of create greenhouse gases, which consequently deplete the ozone layer. We are told that once that happens, it also affects the rainfall pattern. And even there are times it comes in the rainfall pattern might be short, but it comes so heavy that we experience intermittent floodings during the rainy season. And so these are all the connections that environmental degradation has to do with climate change. And so there are two closely related issues. Environmental degradation and then climate change. And then, as I mentioned, deforestation also reduces the carbon absorption capacity because, as he mentioned earlier, the trees absorbing the carbon dioxide that we create in our environment, and then also increase the fresh air for us. And also pollution and then poor waste management also increase the greenhouse gas emissions, as I mentioned earlier. And also the climate change intensify floods, droughts, and then heat waves, and then extreme weather events, especially somewhere March, April. If you're in the Upper East region or even the northern part of Ghana, you experience the kind of weather we go through. You know that yes, climate change is actually real with us. And then the environmental conservation strengthens the climate resilience as well.
Right.
And so the fight against climate change begins with responsible environment management. Then, as I said, we will have to protect our environment at all costs. It's not an option. It's a necessity, collective responsibility for all of us.
Indeed, protecting our environment is a collective responsibility. And you are talking about how the rainfall patterns has changed. And such conversations, they also tell you how green the environment was those days. We had a lot of trees around, but lately that is not the case. And this has led to what is popular referred to as deforestation. Mr. Kocho, how does deforestation affect our communities and the cities? How does deforestation have an impact on our society?
Thank you so much. I think I mentioned earlier that when the last tree dies, and when we treat our forests, trees regulate rainfall pattern. That's my question. When the trees it contribute to rainfall pattern, I would have bear in mind that other living things or animals that survives in forests and requires that those trees have to be previously live just around here. There's this you see that there are this birds that lives in the forest, but I hear them cry almost every morning, kind of. So it tells me that they were more in the area, but because there are no more trees, you only have one of them. So trees regulate rainfall patterns, support biodiversity. Forests also help prevent soil erosion and desertification. Trees absorb carbon dioxide, as I mentioned earlier, and improves air quality. Deforestation increases flooding rates, forest destruction threatens agricultural production. Once we deplete our forests and the rainfall changes, Nara will not grow, have high rate quantities of to really threatening our food security. So the core message here is that every tree lost amidst that biodiversity, our well-being. So it is up to all of us as Ghanaians, as people of Upper East, to plant trees in our various communities, wherever, even in your house, the small house, we have do something. All those will contribute to support our livelihood and then the threat that the deforestation is threatening to affect all of us.
Right.
So I think we should take it upon ourselves, protect the environment.
Right. I just want to ask this question about our communities and our cities. Is it possible to get our cities green again? Can we afforestate our cities and our communities again? Is this something that is possible?
Yes. Thank you very much. I think everything has to do with commitment. Today is World Environmental Day. And some of the assemblies are embarking on tree planting exercises today. And as I mentioned, once we commit ourselves to a cause, it's achievable. But if we kind of neglect such commitments, then that is where we begin to make the consequences.
Right.
And so greening the cities and then even our forest areas is highly possible. But as we said, I think the powers that be have to take it up. And then we, the citizens, also have to support and then give our utmost best to it. Why not? We have the forestry departments in every region and every district, and then their main duty is to supply us with the seedlings and the necessary plants that we need. And so committing ourselves to it will ensure that we're able to get our environment back to its green status. So I think it's very possible.
Right.
Yes.
Right. And then now, in our earlier on discussion on the connection between degradation and climate change, while you were mentioning some of the activities that we do that kind of lead to the change of our climate, you intimated something around our illegal mining. Illegal mining, unfortunately, is a struggle today. But how does it affect our environment? What impact does it have on our environment?
Yes. Interestingly, nature has blessed us with a precious mineral good that is meant to be a blessing to us. But unfortunately, for some countries, especially in Africa, this precious mineral has tend to have a very dire consequences, especially when trying to exploit these minerals. And so people resort to all ways of mining these minerals and then eventually ending up destroying the environment. And we are in Bolga. People will say that illegal mining is taking place down south, but the fact of the matter is that even our brothers up north here go down, get engaged in it, and then it contributes to the destruction of the environment. And then what we all have to know is that it pollutes the rivers and the water bodies with harmful chemicals. You are a journalist, and I'm very sure you are aware of a recent outcry by Ghana Water Company that if care is not taken, Ghana might be importing water from other countries because of the pollution levels of our rivers as a result of galamsey or illegal mining, due to the deposits of harmful chemicals like the mercury, cyanide, and then all that harmful chemicals, as I mentioned earlier. It also destroyed the farmlands and then forest reserves. We have seen on television when illegal miners or galamseyers have gone into the forest to cut down trees, plants, just farmland, to destroy farmlands or clear farmlands to pave way for galamsey or illegal mining. And so it's also one way that is also galamsey is also affecting our environment. It's also increasing soil degradation and then erosion, because the vegetation cover of these mining areas are destroyed. As the slightest rainfall is accompanied with erosion of this the topsoil of the farmlands, and so thereby degrading the environment. It's also threatening the public health and the livelihoods. As I mentioned earlier, the deposits of harmful chemicals like the mercury and the cyanides and all the other chemicals also threatening human lives and then even animal and aquaculture aquatic life as well. These days, you go to the hospitals and then they tell you that cases of renal cases, that's kidney diseases is on the rise, is on the increase. Mainly due to this illegal mining activities, because once we ingest in these chemicals, it goes to affect our systems, that's our kidneys and then the liver as well. And then it also undermines sustainable development efforts, simply because farmlands are destroyed. Some farmlands are destroyed, then people lose their livelihoods. And also the fact that governments have to invest more in health facilities and then our health sector in general, also affecting other sectors of our economy, and then by and large affecting the sustainable development of
Illegal mining. It seems it's something that is difficult to fight. Do you agree? Mr. Isaac, Mr. Kojo, do you agree that illegal mining is the enemy that we are struggling to do away with?
Yes, to some extent, I do agree. I also believe no challenge that is surmountable, which means that if we are able to put in the right policies, the right regulatory structures which should be able to surmount illegal mining.
Right.
So we and then just not put this to, let's say, policymakers alone, but we as citizens, we should understand the effects of this, not just on us alone, but nations yet unborn who take that. But so that is why we trying today to highlight some of these things so that people engaging in it, yes, we know they are doing it for livelihood, but think of threats or the kind of effects you are kind of putting on the whole population and almost the whole world, because when we pollute our water bodies, the fishes, we export some of these things, right? Our food are being poisoned and all that. So I think that, yes, it's a very difficult situation, but then right structures and right mindset, people should be able to stop galamsey.
Indeed, galamsey is actually a threat, but we just need to ensure that we're able to fight it head on, because the impact of it is now visible. Just as Isaka mentioned, when you visit the hospital now, the number of dialysis cases keep increasing. It's just on the rise, and the impact is fast catching up with us, and we are hoping that management of our nation and ourselves, as initially mentioned, it's a collective effort to stop some of these things. But initially, we're talking about waste management, which is the area that you guys are the masters of the area. What role does the proper disposal of waste do to protecting our environment? Even before, what if we say proper waste disposal, what is it? We dispose out there.
so thank you once again. Take you through what constitutes proper waste disposal, best practice. One, waste has to first of all stored at home, because that is the primary source of waste generation, our homes. First point of proper waste management, storage of it. Then the collection, transport, properly disposed of at the place. Then ends life cycle. The other best practice is reuse. In order not to, because it is estimated that each of us here is to do 0.5 kilograms of waste daily. Now, for us to reduce the quantity of waste, because waste is directly proportional to the waste generation. To reduce this, we have to practice what we call 3 R's. To reduce the usage, the generation of waste, to reuse what generates, and then you recycle. Reuse. How do we reuse? Okay, you bear with me that if you step on the street or in the market to buy, every single item you buy will be put in a polythene for you. So if you are buying 10 items, you are carrying 10 polythene bags home. The next market day or your next shopping day, you go back empty-handed and then you buy the same quantity of items and you carry home same quantity of waste, those polythenes back home. So you reuse by getting, or anytime you are going to the market, you go with your polythene. Say, madam, give me this. Put it in your own, the one that previous market day you sent. So that way you are reducing the quantity of waste you send home. And for recycling, or yes, so even some of the things are also reusable. You can convert it to any other thing to start the recycling. So these are ways we can properly manage our waste. And then to the main question, what's contribute the role it plays in environmental protection? Yes, so proper waste management reduces pollution. We should pass by the MTN area where MTN used to. So Yes.
The place was
You
flooded.
see, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that is. I just want the public to relate with us. Those who passed there this afternoon will see just after 3 days ago's rain. You see what has happened over there. It pollutes our environment. It poses public health risks. Waste segregation, yes. So it's one of the best way we can. So once we segregate our waste, support recycling. I mentioned in the 3 R's. So when we do that, that will help us protect the environment. Then proper sanitation protects water bodies and the ecosystem. Because water sanitation as or improper disposal will push all these things to our water bodies and pollute all these water bodies that's used in our homes and all. And clean environment reduces disease outbreak. As it is now, we don't know what, once the rain sets in and the place is filled, we are highly likely to have cholera outbreak. And in the past 2-3 years, or in the past, you will hear a number of people dying out of cholera, which is just because of improper waste disposal or improper waste management. So improper waste management causes this outbreak. Waste management contributes significantly to climate action and sustainable cities. Core message here is that effective waste management is one of the most critical and impactful environment available to everybody.
Mr. Isaka,
Yes, sir.
when we talk about Zoom Lion, Ghana, it's not a today's business.
Yeah.
It's a business and an institution that has committed itself to the management of waste, not only in Ghana but across Africa. Now, let's lower the conversation into Ghana and what role you have contributed. If I say you are Zoom Lion, has contributed to environmental sustainability in our country.
Okay. Yes. So Zoom Lion has been in the environmental space, rendering environmental sanitation service for the past 20 years. I think we started in 2006 and we're in 2026.
Wow.
Yes. So
So you're celebrating 20 years.
yes. And so we have actually contributed enormously to environmental sanitation of this country. And so we have always continued public education on sanitation and environmental stewardship. Every platform we get, we have always gone on to educate the public on proper waste disposal, as my colleague mentioned. We have also taken it upon ourselves to support national sanitation improvement initiatives. We have deployed sanitation containers or logistics across districts and cities. We have this package with local government or the assemblies known as the sanitation improvement package, where we provide communal waste collection containers, place them at vantage point for people to dispose their waste in, and then we come in to collect as and when they get full,
Right.
for us to dispose them off. We have also this project that's the door-to-door waste collection services, where we provide receptacles as waste bins to households and institutions, which are the generation points of the waste for people to store the waste in. And as and when they get full, then we also come in to collect this refuse and then transport them to the disposal sites. And also we have also provision of collection and then transportation services nationwide. We also invest in waste treatment and then resource recovery infrastructure. Today, as we speak, we do not just collect the waste from the homes and institutions to send them direct to the disposal site, but we have put up processing plants across all regions. I think out of the 16 regions, we still have just 2 regions or so. And then we have the integrated recycling and composting plants across all the regions, where we collect this waste and then send them to the facilities for processing. We recycle the waste to different products, into various products, such as compost fertilizers, plastic products, and then what have you. And also, we have also supported wastewater and fecal sludge treatment systems. Have the Lavender Hill in Accra, and then we have Kumasi fecal waste treatment plant, and then we have one in Tamale as well.
Oh.
Yes. So we are currently constructing waste treatment facility in Bolga here, and it's a package. I think it has about 3 or so, either 3 or 4. We have a solid waste processing plant. We have the fecal waste treatment facility, and we have medical waste as well. So when it's completed, it's going to be a whole package in itself. Then we've also deployed sanitation logistics and equipment across districts nationwide, as I mentioned earlier. And in all these activities, we have also helped to create jobs across the country. You recall the sanitation, the youth employment model of sanitation that I used to manage, employed over 40,000 people across the country. And even today, the projects we are still running, we have employed a good number of people to run these projects for us. Then we also promote circular economy and then recycling initiatives, as I mentioned earlier. Through these recycling facilities have helped in one way or the other to bring livelihoods people across our country. And so, for the past 2 decades, Zoomlion has remained committed to supporting Ghana's environmental sustainability agenda through innovation, infrastructure, and public education, and then service delivery.
You guys have been in the waste management business for a long time. This a question I'm thinking of. In your line of work, do you think that the Ghanaian attitude to waste management or waste disposal, I don't know how to even put the question, but what do you make of the Ghanaian attitude towards waste disposal or waste management? Manager.
Thank you very much. I think it's one of our biggest challenge in the industry in terms of attitudinal. So yes, it is really a challenge. People don't understand that, just as we are doing today, educate how it is important to properly dispose of waste and the consequences of that if you don't do it right. So the attitude, people feel waste, if you take the scale of preference of every household, waste is, if there's anything beyond last, waste is that should not be. We should put waste as one of our priorities. Don't prioritize waste. Even waste payments, as we render the service, when the month ends and we are supposed to have people want to pay for their light, even without light, they want to quickly run power. When there's no water, but then when it comes to waste payments, it is a different ball game, So our attitude, or the attitude, is really, really one of the challenges. For instance, even when my colleague mentioned a project with us where we provide communal container for the low-income areas to be able to dispose of their waste in those ones, people will still go and set fire in those ones, forgetting that container, fabricating one of its amount. Now you set fire in such a container, it's a metal, so definitely rusting and other damages will happen. And so for attitude, we will continue to educate and speak it, but have the platform order. That's contribute so much to this, help us reduce the behavioral changes, so people come to what's right thing is. And it permeates through other sectors. Take those riding motorbikes on the streets, see how we handle it. We ask the police or the entity, also tell you what the attitude of riders contribute. Road accidents, not just in Bolga, but streets, highways, Kumasi, Accra, behaviors. So it's just not limited to sanitation, but then I think ours is at the highest level. Yes. So that is what I can say. It is really a challenge.
Interested. So practically, what can we take? What actions can we take as citizens to protect our environment?
Yes. As we mentioned in the case of Galamsey, it's basically about enforcement, bylaws. All the assemblies are where you dispose of your waste or fishing bylaws. There, once we can enforce these bylaws, so people such and the right behaviors or normal, all of us. So one enforcement of the bylaws, fishing as you know, then rights. I say, let's say the systems we need to put certain systems. Even planning the areas. You understand? There are some areas right now. Our tracks are not even access waste. Tanjui is one of the areas that we cannot even enter there to pick waste.
Why?
Yes,
the road system.
Exactly. The lanes are not there. The track cannot even. So,
you go and meet someone's house.
exactly.
Yeah, we are driving into someone's bedroom.
You understand? So all those things contribute to the challenges that we have. So when we do proper planning in terms of the new developed areas, it's well laid out. Yeah.
Right. Let me bring in Isaka into this conversation.
Yes. So to mention, I think it's actually attitudinal. People actually do not prioritize issue of waste management, especially up north here. More often than not, we feel that we have space or we have land to dispose of our waste anyhow. Yes. You give out waste bins to customers or to people for them to store their waste in, and then sometimes you go and there's nothing in there and tell you that, oh, for me, this is why I burn my waste. Drop it at the backyard and then the children gather and then burn. But forgetting that as we continue doing that, we are polluting the environment and thereby even contributing to environmental degradation as we are discussing here and a large climate change. Well, and so I think the bylaws from the assemblies need to also, those that have not gazetted theirs need to gazette theirs, the assemblies, and equally enforce them as well. Where are going now, if care is not taken, we'll get to a point that issues of sanitation-related diseases will hit us so hard, especially during the rainy season. If you visit the hospitals, mostly the cases that are recorded in Bolga here, it's either typhoid, malaria. People will say, oh, malaria is caused by mosquito, but I can tell you that improper disposal of waste also
it breeds the mosquitoes.
Breeding of mosquitoes. So it's either typhoid, it's either malaria, and any other sanitation-related diseases. And so we need to make it a collective responsibility to ensure that we keep our environment clean. In recent times, when you drive or ride through the principal streets of Bolga, every small drain you have is choked with these plastic bottles and then empty sachet water. Yes, plastic materials. And all these places serve as receptacles for mosquitoes and then other pathogens or the germs that contribute to sanitation-related diseases. And so we will have to avoid indiscriminate disposal of our waste. And also, if it's possible, where we need to separate our waste source, we have to do it, especially where we have this organic waste, plastic waste, and at the various homes and institutions, there's a need for us to get color-coded bins and separate the waste at source. We have to do it, and also reduce the plastic use if necessary. Just as he mentioned, drive to any supermarket to buy anything at all you buy something worth 1 cedi, and then they have to put it in a polythene worth 50 pesos or even maybe 20 pesos for you. You buy 10 items, they put it in, you have to carry home 10 plastic materials or the plastic, polythene bags. Your next shopping window when you go is the same quantity of waste materials you'll be carrying home. And so if we want to follow the waste management hierarchy, we have to try as much as possible either to avoid, reduce, and then where we need to reuse, we reuse. Especially we are lucky, we are in Bolga, and then we have these Upper East baskets where we can use them as shopping, shopping bags. Instead of going to markets to carry home plastic materials, you can just have one Bolgatanga basket and then use that as your shopping bag. Anytime you are going to the supermarket to buy your item, just carry that bag with you, buy your items into it. So thereby we'll be reducing waste generation. And then where the waste manager will also need to come in to do the recycling, then we also come in. Then we also participate in community cleanup. Tomorrow is sanitation day, right? Yes, tomorrow is sanitation day, and so cleanup will be carried out in Bogota Central. And so we want to also urge everybody to come and support us at the assembly, carry out this exercise. More often than not, go to the markets or the streets to clean. You'll be cleaning in front of someone shopping, and the person has come. The person comes to open the shop and is sitting there waiting for Zoom Lion and assembly to finish cleaning. These are some of the challenges we face, and so everybody will have to come in and participate. Today is also Environmental Day. Almost everybody, the assemblies are embarking on tree planting exercise, and we encourage people to plant trees and also protect water bodies from pollution, stop dumping of refuse and then other unwanted materials to our water bodies. And then we also have to report environmental offenses. Yes, people who drop their waste indiscriminately. Do not say that, if I report, quote unquote, I'll be snitching on someone. But it's a responsibility, as I said. If everybody want to continue dropping things indiscriminately, at the end of the day, the environment is affected and all get affected as well. So we need to take it upon ourselves to educate ourselves and also report where necessary, and then also maintain cleanliness in our homes, workplaces, schools, markets, and then public spaces. So as I said, environmental protection
is a collective effort.
Yeah, it's a collective effort, and then it begins with us.
Right. It is a collective effort, and it begins with us. And it's some few minutes after 9 a.m. and we have to be bringing this conversation to a wrap. I remember those days growing up when they say "Sama, people are coming." Look, we are your mothers will ship you to go and scrub either the back of the bathroom. You are just trying to keep things in place. But as we rightly intimated, as our attitude towards sanitation has completely changed. We feel that, once my room is clean, then outside, I don't care what the outside looks like. But someone can determine your attitude to cleanliness first from the outside to inside. So when someone is approaching your environment, if someone is visiting Bolgatanga, Upper East region, and the first scene they are met with is a scene of plastics on our streets, especially now that it has rained. Every rain brings out our habit and our attitude towards plastic waste disposal. And I think that we all need to collectively ensure that we nip this in the bud, so that we can have a clean, safe environment, especially in Bolgatanga. And Charlie, we don't have the trees, so we have to plant more of the trees in your backyard, at home. You've bought a land, you are yet to till to do anything on the land. Just plant a tree, something, just to keep your environment safe. So we should be giving our closer remarks. So I'll begin with Mr. Kojo, then Isaka will come in with your closer remark on this entire conversation.
Right. Thank you so much. Key message shared response. Clean communities contribute to healthier, more progress. Bear with me. If today you are done with malaria, you might not be able to come up here. Okay? Not just you alone. Wife or your daughter who is supposed to go to give you that caregiving kind of. Don't protect your environment, and then there's any such effects. Affects you as a person and relatives who have to clean environments, contribute to health more. Waste should be viewed as a resource and not here. Leave it here.
Right.
Thank you very much.
All right. So thank you so much. Our message to the public is that, especially in Bolgatanga here, Upper East at large, the Rains are here with us, and then we want to encourage the public to cooperate with us and the Assembly in our course of waste management. We want to encourage everyone to get a proper waste disposal receptacle to store in their waste. You will come to Zoom Lion, have 120 and 240 liter bins. Come and take them and then store in your waste. I've always said, anytime I get the opportunity, I've always said that the monthly service fee that we pay for these bins or for collection our waste at homes, we have set it in such a way that Upper East here is paying the lowest. Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes. Upper East is paying the lowest as compared to other in the country. Because we are very much aware of the economic situation, of residents in the region. And so come to us, we will provide you the bin, we will collect the waste at agreed frequency, and then you only have to pay a token. And also we provide other services. As I mentioned, this is a season where our homes get infested with mosquitoes, and so we can provide spraying services. If you need cleaning, we can provide cleaning as well. Those that have finished construction and they want to do post-construction cleaning before they move into their offices or homes, we are there to provide these services. So you call upon us or you come to our office and then we're able to offer this service to you. And I also like to emphasize again that tomorrow is cleanup exercise in town. Yes, all participate. The police will be there, fire service, immigration, the assembly, all other security agencies will be there, including Zoom Lion as well. We are doing this because we want the regional capital. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Isaka Abubakar, Strategic Partnership and Stakeholder Relationship Manager for the Northern Zone of Zoom Lion Ghana Limited. And also thank you, Mr. Kojo Injabori, Regional Manager, Zoom Lion Ghana Limited, Upper East. We appreciate the time you've spent with us. We'll be back to continue discussion here in studio. Just stay around for, yes, we'll be back to continue discussion.
Auntie T, abeg, fix me gobetete Ghana. No garri, no oil, no plantain, just beans and eggs.
Hey, brah, that be dangerous combination, no?
Problem no day. I fit handle am.
For Telecel, we dey bob say everybody gets what they like. That be why Made For Me bundles day. Based on your usage, you fit get your own data and call packages. Fala! Made For Me bundles like the way you dey want am. That *530#, then buy Made For Me bundles today.
Telecel, connecting energies.
Mfie dunu ni echeni ena yede herbal any alternative medicine asumo manfo wa pomodin ho enyarwa na je gyawo nipa abrabo mu no enne enam amen nsa no nti ayaresa ba amen e de herbal any alternative methods ahodo te say homeopathy naturopathy ɛne reflexology ɛne afoforo ne sayareɛ ayaresɛm mu adanseɛ deɛ ɛfiri Ghana ne wiase amaama mu na ɛba ɛne sɛ amen wɔ mfidie ɛyɛ nipadua mu hwehwɛmu si aseɛ yɛreɛ ne tɛhen amen behu Amen Scientific Herbal and Alternative Medical Hospital. Yeni ankasa yeye nro eboa me de ko yare. Esan opepa ayam hyehye ene odo aye woma onipa nkwanti. Yetu yemboa seso ne so ne nro so kroje. Ene de aba be ko yare. Enya nwanwa se fi 1996 besi ne. Yeka Herbal Hospital na yeka Amen Scientific. Amen agia basubodie bebre.
Amen Scientific Herbal Hospital. Ewo Dapoti Dongo. Bebi ana Zoom Lion ewo enkane no. Aja kwantempo no so wo ne Jubilee Park eben fremo ewo ahomatrofo yi so 0243 141518 0505 10069
Amen Scientific Herbal and Alternative Medical Hospital. Allahu Shafi onyame wone yaresafo.
Welcome to Reigning Shopping Mall, your ultimate shopping paradise where you find something for everyone. Imagine a place where shopping and dining come together in one amazing destination where comfort, affordability, and security is assured. At Reigning Shopping Mall, we have in stock all kinds of shoes and clothes for both kids and adults, ladies' bags, wallets, cooking utensils, wall clocks and frames, toys, and many more. All on the first floor of the building. Not forgetting our amazing coffee shop, which serves you the best coffee and tea. From international cuisine to local favorites, our food court has it all. Take a break and indulge in a culinary adventure from our kitchen. Are you tired of the same old grocery routine? Look no further than Reigning Shopping Mall. With a wide selection of fresh produce, meat, dairy products, drinks, and cosmetic products, we've got everything you need. We are committed to providing the best shopping experience. Visit us today and enjoy great convenience and quality. You can locate us on the Commercial Street, directly opposite Post Office in Bolgatanga. For more information, you can call us on 0244 725 928 or 0244 757 897. Reigning Shopping Mall, your go-to destination for all your essentials.
Hey Ben, have you heard about Amazing Grace Bakery?
Amazing Grace Bakery? No, what is so special about it?
Oh, you are missing out. They are famous for their millet bread. It's soft, flavorful, and absolutely unique. You won't find anything like it anywhere else.
Millet bread? That sounds so interesting. Do they have other varieties too?
You bet. From butter bread to chocolate bread and even marble bread, they've got something for every taste. And let's not forget their sugar bread, tea bread, and honey bread.
This sounds amazing. Are they big on quality?
Absolutely. Every loaf is baked fresh under hygienic conditions with top quality ingredients like wheat flour, margarine, sugar, nutmeg, and a touch of flavor.
What about healthy options? I'm trying to eat better these days.
They've got you covered. Their soy bread and whole wheat bread are perfect for health-conscious folks like you.
I need to check this place out. Where are they located?
They are the Smith Flats Block 35A in Bolga. You can call them on 055 0955 697 or 0244 845378.
I am heading there now. I've got to try that famous millet bread.
You should. Amazing Grace Bakery, where every loaf meets your satisfaction and more. Amazing Grace Bakery, our God reigns.
This advert is FDA approved.
I will let the whole world know. Now you are the fun. Don't you are great. You are great. You are
Yeah. Hi, this is Mr. Strong. For the past 5 years, I've been very strong with the help of NIDA Homeopathic Clinic. As a health-conscious person, my recommendation for you when it comes to your health is NIDA Homeopathic Clinic. At NIDA, your health can only get better. They treat and manage the following diseases such as asthma, candidiasis, menstrual disorders, sexual weakness, high blood pressure, low blood pressure, stroke, waist pains, chronic body itching, and many other diseases. They also handle patients who are highly dehydrated and very weak. They have scanning machines that scans the internal and external organs of the body such as the brain, heart, liver, lungs, and the kidney. NIDA also has a lab that is run by professional lab technicians. They carry out various tests like full blood count, pregnancy test, cardiac test, hepatitis B, hepatitis C, sickling test, Widal test, and any other test. Nida Homeopathic Clinic is now located behind Abilba GHS and opposite St. Anthony's School. For more information, call 024 3429 302 or 024 3478 909 and 020 666 3790. Nida Homeopathic Clinic, home of health solutions.
African mama, I am a day. I shall near a butcher. I say you have been so much. I shall near a butcher.
Hey, na nante mu star bia aba foforo no ana. Na wo nante ana wa che wo sisi wo sugar. Se wonnim yare ne nam me nipadua mu a enka wie wonya me wrofo kra. Oh, sorry. Ya ready en fancy nipa. Menim ene etie me yare ankasa. Oh, kakra na nanse a che me. Me chinka sei asemu bu. Ade woni Lawson herbal mixture e wo fie. Lawson herbal mixture. Ene e wadwuma ye pa. If we say se me malaria ne kan ne ho a. A chinje sei na Lawson herbal mixture so edisun kunim no. Wonam ya pa. Wo bo mo bia wo mia no kra wonte and so a chile no na ya no ya afe malaria koko afitikromu amane hunu wapo so ta ya wo ya adien eya na mentini mu ta hye me pa na ase de emikoto dwan hunu bisa me so de bancha bobo ngumu a Lawson herbal mixture ebetine tama ho atokra ene yes Lawson herbal mixture ma me hoto me dia me da wasna we no enye sika na me da wase oh that is in kind no ha o chibre menya me ko pedia process ya our pharmacy chemical na herbal shop bia be me omanfon frɛ 020 267 5778 and then 0242 133 577 Lawson herbal mixture there ehon na ase in kind.
Run it, Cabo!
I love the smell of aroma from delicious meals, and that's why I always eat at the latest eating joint in town. Controller Canteen is the name. At Controller Canteen, they serve plain rice, kenke, jollof rice, banku with tilapia, fried plantain with beans, chiffon pepper soup, and rice balls. They serve breakfast. They also provide food and beverage orders for weddings, funerals, meetings, and workshops, and all other occasions. They work during weekdays and Sundays and are located at the ground floor of Controller and Accountant General Department block. Controller Canteen, home of delicious meals.
The other day, I visited Kweku at his spunky new office to congratulate him on opening his business. And man, was I impressed. The business is just moving quick. The sales, customers, everything is just working seamlessly. The secret? He said,
it's MTN Business Broadband. In this fast-paced environment, we need fast and reliable internet to support all business types. No laggy online meetings, great download and upload speeds, impeccable business management systems, all inclusive. I mean, you can have it all.
I signed on immediately.
To enable your business stay ahead and stay connected, make sure you're signed on to the best internet made just for businesses. MTN Business Broadband. Sign up today on broadband.mtn.com.gh and manage your account on my MTN app. Call 0244 308 111 for more information.
MTN.
Are you planning a special event and want it to be unforgettable? Look no further. Senop Catering and Training Center is here to serve you better. We provide top quality catering services for birthday parties, weddings, funerals, corporate events, and that's not all. Want to learn a skill to start your own business? Join our professional training sessions in pastry making, cake decoration, floral design, balloon decoration. At Senop Catering and Training Center, we turn your passion into perfection. Call or WhatsApp us today on 0243-569-729. Visit us at Borgal Swing beside Blue Skies Hotel Annex. Senop Catering and Training Center. Excellence in taste, perfection in training.
Mr. Kojo, 1 minute before you go to work. The AC you said you want to fix, it won't work.
Why?
Because the electrician will come and chisel my wall. It will make my building weak. Wait, is that a puppy? No animals in my house,
Kojo knows all the challenges about renting. That was his reality until he discovered Republic Bank. With Republic Bank's flexible mortgage solutions, you can move from tenant to homeowner quickly. Imagine stepping into your own home, a place for your family to grow and create memories. Big up. Join the Republic Verse. Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Welcome back to the conversation. We are online with the Bolgatanga East District Chief Executive. Earlier on, we read a headline that had to do with warning against road encroachment as assemblies open up the roads in the Zoarungu Zonal area in the Bolgatanga East district. We know today is a very busy day for the district chief executive, Jacob Abugri, but we just want him to speak a bit on this particular subject matter and how it is hampering the development of the place. Good morning, Honorable. Thanks for making time to speak to us.
Good morning, sir.
Great. We had a news report where the assembly is embarking on road expansion, but the challenge you are faced with is the fact that people have encroached into the road area. Can you talk to us about this and how the picture really is like?
Okay, thank you. Last year when I was sworn in, I went around to look at the projects that we're doing, and in the process, there were some roads you pass through and then you get to a house and you don't know where you're attending. Some places, I was told, were not even opened up, but the developers have already encroached on those areas. So I decided to take a comprehensive look at the whole situation. We were going to various communities to look at where the road network was supposed to be and as whether they were occupied or encroached upon. And I realized that a lot of the places like Dolugu, Rekabisi, Kumbosco was more affected. So we gave them notices to leave the area. Then we gave them 2 months. That was last year. But they were adamant and were still sitting on the road network. Some were still developing their properties. And road serves as an important means to all transportation. If you are not, to almost all in this region. If you are having a vehicle or motorbike, you are not even having a vehicle and you stay in a community, the road network will give you the access to healthcare and other things.
Right.
If somebody who is seen there behind you, you the one who have blocked the road, and needs a vehicle to come in and pick the person to hospital, where will the vehicle park? And you decide to come and just sit on it, they are talking, and you are not minding them. Others have left the road up to a certain point, and you just come and decide that, what is it? I'm going to occupy it. I think that one, the road network is essential to our development, and that we will not just allow developers to decide what the future of this district will look like.
Honorable, I am curious to ask this. Is it that the land, the plots in which they are developing were not demarcated by the surveyors, lands commission? Is it that they don't have a permit before developing, or they do have a permit but have developed in the wrong place?
Some of them, when we investigated, then you tell them to bring their site plans and then leases, and they're not willing to come out. Whether they have, they don't have, we don't know. And then some of them told me personally that, in fact, they didn't come to assembly. They invited private surveyors and they said, there wasn't road at this site. It was supposed to be at this site. But our drawings as assembly doesn't show where the person is indicating that the private surveyor is telling him. And you build your house, you don't have a drawing to another side of the land, and you are pushing you are extending your building there. and telling us that the private surveyor is telling you this. So we told them that is not the case. If you want to register your land or you want to develop, get a permit, come to us. We will show you where the level at which you can build. But you don't go and invite a private surveyor who is not qualified to just come and show you somewhere. That's private surveyor, the qualified one, unless they see the assembly, a site sketch of the area, they will not do anything for you. So, but if you go and call those who are not professional enough, they come and just tell you that, oh, the road is passing through, it's not passing here, and yet that is not the case. I don't think that is our problem. That is the headache on the ground. Those who have followed through with their leases and their permits, they're not having problems there. Yes,
I know you are facing some challenges in this actions you are trying to take. How is the pressure coming on you in line with this work that you are trying to do?
Gerald, the only thing, I just wanted to even correct the statement you made. These demolitions currently are happening in Dulugu.
Okay, Dulugu.
Not at Zono. The Zono one, there wasn't encroachment.
Okay.
But they just decided that we will not open the road. They don't want roads. They don't want it open.
Why?
It's just bare land. You are selling lands to people. There are demarcation there that these are roads. We are saying that based on what we are seeing or getting at Dulugu, we cannot sit down and wait till people encroach on it to go and pull them down. They just open the roads wherever the roads are supposed to be open, so that through there we can even lobby on how to develop it better than keeping the roads on the books and then later people will come and encroach on it. Then these people say no. But then when I went there with the media, I got to realize that there is a certain woman who developed the house there and is having some strange relations with the community. So when our operators went there, they started with one route that was leading, passing through the house of that lady to Kantia. And they suspected that the assembly might have come to open the roads for her. And because they have strange relations, they were wishing that they should never get a road to the house. And we said, no, that is not the case. We don't even, until that day, the actual thing is that I don't even know that a house like that existed over there. In order to send people to go and open a road for her. And she never came to the assembly for anything. I believe she built before I even came into this office. So we don't even know that there's a house there. We don't even know the owner of the house. So how could we have even gone there just to open a road for such a person alone? So we said we are opening the road across the whole entire electoral area and that of Kantia electoral area. So it is not just that we are opening a road for one person. And they said, no. If that is the case, we should go to another place and come. So I was explaining to them that if we go to another place and the youth there also say, why is that you are leaving this place? You must go back there before you can. What do we do? So at a point, they got to understand that what we were explaining was the truth. So they withdrew and said, no, we should continue. And henceforth, we've done a lot over there.
Right.
And we are even moving towards Koko area. So they are now comfortable. They have understood that it's not just what they were thinking.
Right. Honorable, we know you have a busy schedule, and so we'll leave you here, and then we'll continue this discussion next time.
Thank you, sir.
Right. So that was the District Chief Executive for the Bolgatanga East District, Jacob Abugri, speaking to us there about Auntie listening to this conversation. Where a group of people say no, we don't want you to come and open roads for us. It's not strange. This is the 21st century.
When we are complaining that the assembly isn't doing enough,
yes,
in the area of opening of roads, because it's the reason why people build
anyhow.
Yes. So if this assembly, and I want to commend them for starting such an initiative, it's a very good one. It go a long way to help the development of the area. Yesterday, it was just a joke that I was having with the carpenter. I said, hey, he's made so much money that, the rains have not come. He was playing actually. He wants there to be a lot of storms so that roofs will...
so that he'll do re-roofing.
Re-roofing. And I said, but why do you want to do re-roofing when there's a lot of building going on? You get the plots are all finished. And I said, if they finish in town, they will go to the
exterior.
Then he said, even the exterior is also finished.
Hey.
Then he made an example that it's leading me somewhere. Kusinamogo, for instance, there are pillars on almost all the plots to the bush. There's a part that they do a lot of farming at, and that's the people in Terugudi. So if they also start selling, then they will come and meet up. I said, so you see, what are our city planners doing? They are selling so many plots. I'm thinking that by now there should have been roads being constructed, because some of these lands don't even have a single building on them. So if you don't have somebody who really knows the job, they will go and put markings, survey and give plots to people that are on the land. I mean, instead of on the road. So we should begin creating roads even at new areas. Just create the roads, open the place up. When you go there, you know this is a road. Rather than going there to actually think, that's why you get people building, and they where the house is supposed to face, the house will rather face a different
wrong
direction. And you'll be wondering if the mason didn't know, or they didn't give them.
It's not the mason's fault, though. They
don't have a site plan or anything of that sort. So we beg them.
Auntie, I agree with you. Recently, around the Pusunamo area, I think just after the Zoom Lion headquarters, I went there and I noticed that they had actually opened up. It's a new site that is being developed. But the assembly had opened up the place with a road that leading. So yes, you can just know that in future, this is a road. So I don't have to build into it. That is what happens in Tamale. Even Tamale, before they sell a particular zoned area, they will go in, do the survey, plant the pillars, and do everything, open up the roads, so they know this is where a road is, this is where there's no road.
And I like Tamale for that.
And so before you buy your plot, you know that I don't even go to this site. But unfortunately, it's sad when the Zoom Lion manager said that Tanzui, they struggle to go in. The trucks cannot go in because you would think this is a road, not knowing it's leading to someone's bedroom. That is not the site we want to have now. In case there's a fire outbreak, in case there's an emergency.
And we seem not to care about it. I'm saying that even in this area that this radio station is situated, just try to go down here. And you struggle even with a motorbike. You can just be riding them before you realize you are in somebody's bathroom. you ride and meet a gutter. You cannot cross.
You can't cross.
It's haphazard. Like everybody does what they want. You have your family land, you are building on it and all of that. And somebody was telling me yesterday that around the Durumu area, they've started and they are even demolishing some houses and all of that. I said, we don't have to get there like it's happening in Accra. When the houses
immediately
were springing up, where were the authorities? You know that the person is building at a wrong site. You wait for the person to waste all the money, then you come later to demolish it. Why don't we do the right thing and open the places up? Let's just create the roads, even if they are in deplorable state, but they should be there so that people know that this is a road. When you are building, you know where to face your building and all of that. When you go and they are selling a piece of land to you, you know it's a road. You won't buy. Because these days, rent is becoming so expensive.
Everybody wants to buy.
Everybody wants to buy land.
Yesterday, I chanced on a very sad documentary on one of the TV stations where someone who's been a person bought the land, built, and the family has been living in the land in the house for 14 years, only for a court order or an evacuation.
Where are they going?
Where are they going?
Ask yourself, when you wake up tomorrow and a letter is brought to you, Gerald, that's pack out of your room.
We are going to demolish, break half of your room.
Pack out of it. Just ask yourself, within Boga, where are you going with your things? Everybody's room. I sending it to Kalala. He has a bed in his room already. Where's he going to keep it?
But you see, the Honorable DC raises a very critical point about the surveyors.
Okay.
When I asked the question, because I bought the land, ideally, there's supposed to be a site plan and everything. I say yes, the people have such documents, but unfortunately, those documents do not correlate with the assembly's document.
Okay.
So you ask yourself, where do we get these surveyors from?
Are they
not supposed to be working
in
collaboration?
collaboration? That's the point I was getting to. So these are state institutions that work hand in hand. So you have the town and country planners, you have the surveyors, you have the assembly. Okay. So if you buy a land, the town and country planner, they have planned the town. That is their work to plan the city. So they will tell you that per our plan, there's supposed to be a 20-feet road here or a 40-feet road here. These two plots, for every 2 plots, there's a road. In some areas, it's 4 a road. In some areas, 2 and 3 behind a road. They have a way they do it. So they've planned the town. You cannot tell me that as at this time, this area that we find ourselves is not planned. It's planned. So the roads are already there. The assembly also, they work hand in hand. If you want to get your building permit, you need to get your documents. It goes to the assembly, goes to them, comes back to the assembly. All the relevant institutions have a role to play before you get a permit to build. Unfortunately, we do very little when it comes to building permit. But all I'm trying to say is that you cannot plan a city as an individual institution without bringing the assembly in. You don't work in isolation. You work hand in hand with the assembly, because the assembly also plays a part in the planning of the city.
Yes.
So why then do you have a separate document and the assembly also has a separate document? And I even feel that when these roads are going to be created or when new roads are going to be opened, the assembly doesn't do it alone. The assembly has to do it in collaboration with the town and country planners and even the surveyors, so that they know what is happening, because there will be lands that are not yet bought that will be bought in future. So they have to go there, show them what their plan says. The assembly also brings what their plan. So even before they go on the field, they need to have a meeting, stakeholder engagement, to appreciate what they are likely to meet on the field. And when they get there, they know what to do. So I don't get it if you tell me that the assembly has a different document.
Because one, there needs to be a market in the district assembly.
Yes.
The district assembly knows the communities, so they know where we should position a market.
Okay.
A school, fire service, a police post, a hospital. These are areas they zone.
Okay.
They just zone. But you can't just sit as you said, in the comfort of your home and then you do your own thing. And there's this conversation about rezoning. Okay. So you need a land, but the place is already zoned for a particular purpose. Sometimes in collaboration, they can rezone that place for a different use. But we need a situation where the institutions work together to avoid some of these very cost and life impacting decisions of we are going to demolish someone's home. Someone spends everything they have to buy in a land.
And when you finally are done with the construction, you think that, oh, this is it. I'm going to be rent-free.
Rent-free.
Then you begin thinking of other things. Maybe you are now thinking of starting a business or investing more into your business. Then you wake up one day and a piece of paper, which is supposed to be an order, comes to you saying that we're giving you 3 months to pack out.
What baffles me when I move around town is I see foundation start. They raise the structure. You don't see any marking of stop work. Then at the point where the project has gotten to a very expensive level, you now see assembly come to write on it, stop work. And I ask, where were you when the whole project was starting?
Yes. So, you know, it has to also do with a number of staff at the various assemblies who are designated to go around. Because for some of the structures, until you pass there, you will not even know that a structure starting. And some of them is when you have an assembly staff, or even not all assembly staff, those that are work in relation to that, living in that area, that you see it happen. Yes, they tell us that they have people that go around. But there are structures that will start, finish, people will live in it, and no assembly staff has seen it before. Because the place is quite vast. Where are you starting from? So I think that government should do well to employ more people. And now that we have technology coming, I don't know how we can employ that. You know, in all these discussions we are having, when you take the Google map and you take an area, it is so accurate such that areas where there are no structures, it tells you.
It tells there's no structure.
Areas where there are structures, it tells you. If it tells you that there's a structure with a wall, trace it, get there, and you see the wall. That is how accurate it is. So they can even sit in the office and once in a while look at it. We should move to a point where we are so sophisticated such that we might not necessarily have to be going around, because that's going to be tedious and going to be expensive. There are systems, and I can tell you that if government is really interested, or if the assemblies are really interested in pursuing this, they can get the right people to design softwares that can help them do that, even on their mobile phones. You take it, and you know, when you are going to a place and you talk about Tamale, and this takes me back to that. I was going to a certain hotel, Royal Taha. It's a very fine hotel in Tamale. I was doing something there, so I resided there. And when I was going, initially I thought it was looking at how nice it was and the facilities they had and all of that. But I was going and was never getting to, and I was using the Google map. I was never getting, and I got to a place where, I mean, there was nothing. So when I was trying to like go further on the map to see how many more minutes we have and whether we were actually on the right track and all of that, I saw a certain portion that was empty, like there were no structures and all of that. I said, hey, are we really on the right track? But when we went further, we actually got to that portion. You realize there's a new site that they are developing. So that's where we've gotten to. Technology is able to tell you what you meet next, and you get there and it is really what is there.
Sure.
So they do not necessarily have to be walking around or driving or riding around. It's expensive these days to be riding. They don't even have the vehicles. Most of these staff use their personal vehicles, or if you like, motors to do these things. So we should begin thinking of technology, AI. We are hammering this thing, and the whole of this week is one of the things we've been talking about. The use of AI. The assemblies should become innovative and look at the new happenings, the new trends. What is new? If there are other assemblies elsewhere that have deployed these strategies and measures, you can go learn, find a week or two, ask for a staff or two to go and understudy and come back and implement same in your district. I think that if we do that, it will take us, I mean, very far, and also it will release us of a lot of stress.
Exactly.
We are free to work the way we should work. If not that, this discussion will happen 10 years from now and it will still be the same thing. It's really sad how how homes are being demolished. Sometimes you see a house with a car parked in front of it, and the way they do it, I ask myself how the car is going to get out. They might have to tow it out or something, and that's yes, because you realize that they've destroyed the entrance. There's a gutter there, or they've created one, and how is the car going to come out?
You know, sometimes when we have these conversations on the network, a lot of people have the assumption that, but we are in Upper East. These things are happening in Accra, they are happening in Kumasi, and it may never get to us. Let me remind listeners that we have issues of land litigation in Bolgatanga.
Yes,
it used to be very far from us. We used not to assume that there will be contention over land in the Upper East region, especially in the prime Bolgatanga, the capital. But lately we're having issues of land litigation. Why? Because society is growing. And once society is growing, people want to be in the heart of town. And so some of these issues would come up. One concern that is staring us in the face, which we seem oblivious about, is the issue of flooding, which is all, and then the issue of the road connectivity. They just mentioned Tanzui as one community. I know of a neighborhood behind there. Is it when you pass behind the SDA school, that area? There are houses that are built in a way that no one can, a vehicle, in the case of a fire outbreak, the fire service can
You might have to carry it on your head.
they can't get close to the house. And we'll be the same persons blaming Ghana National Fire Service for not doing their work.
Yeah.
And so I agree with you that, look, it is time we come together to have these stakeholder engagements. Even if it needs us pushing down homes now, let's do it now to avoid the repercussion of future occurrences. If not, we'll one day be here and we'll be having the same conversation.
Sure, Gerald. And when I left here, I went to Boga FM. And it's, amazing that we are having the same conversation now. And it tells you that it's really an issue that it's of recent concern and we need to look at it. See, I keep saying that the issue of flooding is not so far from us. And you see, if we are not careful, it will happen and we will have no one to blame. The point is, government has very little to do when it comes to the attitudes of human beings. In the first place, who is government? We all form government. Government cannot come and teach you how to dispose of your refuse. Government is not the one to tell you that when you drink water or when you are done taking your bottle of malt, don't throw it on the streets. We go about with bags, yet we do not see the need to keep our rubbers or whatever in the bags to get home before we dispose them off. Somebody goes to the market with a bigger bag. Everything the person buys, the person wants a rubber. You are buying salt, put it in rubber for me. What do you use those black rubbers for? When you have a bigger bag, the salt is already in a pack, rubber pack, is sealed. There's no way that salt is going to pour to mix whatever you've bought, unless maybe a soap or a detergent or something that you feel might affect the food you've bought. But let's say you've gone to buy cassava, the person puts it in a rubber for you. You go to the next shop to buy, maybe plantain. Plantain, you can just pick it and put it in a bigger rubber. You want them to put that in a rubber for you.
Rubber.
You buy a tin tomatoes or something, you have a place to put it in everything. If they don't give you, I start complaining, I bought this thing.
You buy water,
Yes.
bottled water to take.
Yes, and you want them to put the
it
water
in a rubber,
for you. Somebody said that when you buy sachet water, you finish it fast, but somebody can buy bottled water and drink it for 3 days. They sip small. I don't know when they
you buy the bottled water, you don't really get thirsty. But but I agree with you.
Do you understand?
Yeah, it's a great concern. We just have to build the right
These buildings we are talking about. Look, somebody will start a structure and you tell the person that this is the road. And I'll give you an example. If you're free, you can go there. There's a structure behind Victory around just when you take that Winners Chapel,